what had happened was that lady that passed by, she's always passing by. And she always wearing what you seen her wearing. And yeah, as soon as I called her a racketeer one day, just said it out loud, she stopped in her tracks. Now, who is bothered by being called a racketeer if you ain't one? I wouldn't be. If somebody called me a damn racketeer, I'll be like, what? The fuck? Yeah, whatever. You know, there's certain names you can call that is gonna fall off your back like water on a duck. So she stops in her tracks, and then a day later, I stop in front of that warehouse. And that's when that lady just came at me. Never seen me go up in there ever, but that one time. Go. You gotta leave. They gotta be some kind of kin. Her, the one at that warehouse, those people in the back of this house that wired this house. See what happened when I first got this house? It was this guy here, and he was just in a plain truck, looked like a cable truck, and I thought he was like maybe connecting the lights or whatever, but I never called in for the internet. So I'm wondering who in the fuck called in my internet? Because this guy, he said he was here when I first moved here. He was here hooking up my internet. And mind you, I never called it in, but it's a guy standing here hooking up his internet. And so when I would go to the store, I would see this same guy just standing on the road. Come to find, he's one of those truckers. One of those truckers over there hooked up my internet without permission, and was pretty much getting access to what I was watching, when I was watching it. And it's all stemmed from these people around here and that warehouse. Now, remember, you know they have lot lizards. Well, I guess they thought they had a new one in town or whatever. But I'm over here by this damn trucker's place. Truckers hooking up my damn cable, my internet without my permission. And he works right over there. Right over there. Now, you're probably saying, why is she showing where she live at? Simply because they already know. You know, remember who I told you I feel like is involved in this stalking? Yeah, they got access to your phone. They could tap it. They can freaking follow you all damn day. They can have people follow you all day. Yes, it's them. Them, those, they. So, yeah, this trucker dude right over there came over here and hooked up my cable without my permission. And then when I found out, I called the cable company and I asked them, I was like, who told y'all to come and hook up my internet? They had no record of anyone calling like myself, only myself, telling them to hook up my internet. Nobody called. I'm the only one that could call. But that trucker, he hooked up my internet without my permission. And when I called Xfinity, and yeah, that's who it was. When I called him, they had no knowledge of who called it in. Then when they came to take it out, I told them, look, y'all need to come and check my internet service and tell me why is it hooked up without my permission. So it was this Mexican looking guy. His eyes, he had blue contacts in his eyes, but his eyes are really brown. I seen him at that same store where they was doing all the stocking. Every time I go to the store, they'll just pile up at the store. But I seen him out the store, instead of brown eyes, he had blue eyes. But he's the same one that came here and kicked down the paneling on the side of the house. Now, remember I told you this girl did the same thing. I seen her once, her eyes was blue. Seen her twice. I seen her once, her eyes was blue. Seen her twice, her eyes was brown. So this is something that they do. They put contacts in to change their look. But yeah, it was this guy. You know what? They could have intercepted that call and sent that man out here and that man came out here rather, because Xfinity had no idea who hooked up my internet. And then when I talked to the man, I talked to somebody at Xfinity, he was smirking like he was a part of. He sounded like the same type of ethnicity, the guy that came here and kicked down the siding panel of this house. Same ethnicity. So somebody in that office knew he was hooking up my internet illegally. And I don't think the company, Xfinity, probably know about it. There's different branches. You know, once these people start snooping, they start using all their resources. They have people that work at the cable company, work at the lights company, gas company, and they send them people out. Once they hear you calling about a situation, they intervene in the call and send one of their people out, which will come and mess up things, you know. So that's what they did here. I mean, if you look at this house, now somebody came over here, I think it was that bitch across the street, and kicked that off. Then they came around here and left that open. You got this box here. I mean, this place, I guess once upon a time, it might have been really good, but they got all these weird wires everywhere that don't do nothing, and you got these idiots out here kicking and opening these boxes. Now, they could be just doing that to, you know, try to make me look like I'm paranoid or whatever. But what I'm telling y'all about the cable company is true. This guy came here and hooked up my cable on his own, and he's one of those truckers. When I got this house, I think this house was intentionally placed in front of me because when I was staying at the shelter, it was a flyer of this house. And then once I was like, I'm not being no fucking body whore over here. Then all this shit started happening. And, truckers, lot lizards, see, they was all down for that shit. And now they see that I'm not, they start hurting these cats. Like I said, I found 2 dead cats on the other side of that building, laying side by side. Not smushed and whopped and thrown across. Nope, just laying there perfectly side by side. So it's definitely those truckers. And then they had these 2 women come knocking on the door, walking around the house, pretending like they're looking for a place to live. Now, mind you, instead of a mother and her daughter, well, no, it was a mother and her daughter, just like myself, but they were white. So to me, that's these white people over here trying to say they want some white people over here. Because I'm not selling ass. And my daughter ain't selling no ass. They love to think black women just, we're just whores. They love to assume that. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a big flirt, but I'm not a fucking whore. I pick and choose my mates. As a matter of fact, they don't choose me, I choose them. So, there go a little tidbit for you. But yeah, I keep getting these old weirdo motherfuckers, and the cops told me find out who they are. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm putting this camera right in their fucking face. I'm putting the cameras right in their fucking face. So if I keep seeing them, I'm taking it to the cops. Because this city is way too big to keep seeing the same person over and over again, looking dead in my mouth. I ain't looking nowhere else but in my mouth. Letting me know he knows where I stay and just looking at me. I don't give a fuck, nigga. You bring your ass in here, it's on. But yeah, that's what they're trying to do. Like, instill some kind of fear into you, like they're gonna break in your house, which they will. That's why I say you got to have weapons. Fuck that. I used to be like, no guns, fuck that shit. Get your whole mess of them. Because you got you got organized thieves out here. And then when they got crackheads in the neighborhood watch, what the fuck? What you think a crackhead gonna watch? Oh yeah, he gonna watch your place and tell somebody when they in and out of their house and when to break in it. That's all that's happening. That's what's happening. These motherfucker so-called community watch motherfuckers are stone cold fiends. And yeah, they watching your shit all right. You can believe that. This is Yes Me TV. I am Stranger Babe. Now you hear that right there? There's a rehab center down the road that's right next to the fire department. And From what I hear, when people are in recovery, those kind of sounds can trigger heart attacks. But they forever ringing them bitches. They forever ringing those bells right next door to the rehab. So if you look at my videos, you'll see and understand why people may or may not dig what I'm saying. But these are facts. And not all of them, because I'm not a fucking computer. I can't remember everything. But hopefully you can understand what I'm saying. This is Just Me TV. I am Stranger Babe. Bye, stranger.